Welcome back to another video. I appreciate you tuning in as always. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I possibly can. Now again, I say that a lot. Sometimes I'm accurate and sometimes I go a little longer than I plan on going. So maybe I shouldn't promise how fast or quick. How fast or how quick? There's a command of the English language right there. I want to talk something. Not so much the crucifixion, but yes, the crucifixion. Bible believers, where are they? The schism, when did it happen? Now, a lot of these can be deep studies, but I want to go over this quickly. It's always a conversation about, wait a minute, you're not a Protestant? Wait a minute, you're not a Catholic? What in the world are you? What church do you go to? What denomination? It's a very confusing thing for people. Well, the church has always been there. I don't understand what you're talking about. The Catholic Church has always been the church. And the Jews have always been. And you get all this stuff going on. And I believe the schism, so to speak, we have a couple of them obviously here. East-West was 11th century. But I want to go back to the crucifixion. When did things change? When did doctrines change? When did we just start going off? Some people will say, well, many centuries later with the Catholic Church, or well, the Jews and their traditions. And so honestly, in my opinion, we have to go all the way back to the crucifixion, which is 33 AD. It's always the common years that we always go by. So as I reach my marker, so let's talk about that. We have 33. When did it change? Well, let's look at Galatians chapter 1, 6 through 10. And luckily, I was prepared this time to have my Bible ready, because I often don't have it ready to go in videos, and I will talk for a couple moments until I get there. So, Galatians chapter 1. This is from Paul. I'm not going to get into the whole Pauline Christianity. Anyways. So, 6. We're going to write down. Chapter 1, we're going to write down to verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you, that would pervert the gospel of Christ. For me, what I read there is, I think, kind of simple. It's not another, as it says here, or is it which is not another. See, what does the Catholic Church do? Yeah, I'm picking on the Catholic Church. Oh well. They have the same gospel. They use the same gospel in the Bible. What they do is they twist it and pervert it. And they say, what? We're going by the same Bible. Same thing. Same words. Right here. Right there. Nothing's changed. To whom, to thy and thou. Same one. They do that and they twist it. And they make all these separate doctrines. Foolishness is what it is. But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so say I now again. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed. For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet pleased men, I should not be the servant of Christ. So I'm going to stop there. What happens in a lot of these different denominations and non-denominations, and it's always about you. It's always about, hey, how you feeling, man? Does it suit you? Is our buffet table church good for you? Did you pick the things you want to follow and leave behind the complicated stuff? We're good, right? We're doing that? So let's go back, the other doctrines. Now, 33 is what we talked about. Now, we just talked about Paul, which is pre-70 AD. Other doctrines, 33 to 180. There was just everything out there. People say, oh no, the Catholic Church has been here since there. Yeah, okay. Well, in a way, they're not lying. Kind of the Catholic Church has been there since then. The Great Church was 180 to 313, what they call the early Christianity. Then we got the East-West Schism, 11th century. Then we have Protestant. Now I know I jumped a few centuries there. Protestant Reformation from the Catholicism, 16th century. See, this is here. This is here. Trying to figure the best way to do this. This is here, true believers. See the circle difference? See, this circle encompassing so much, and this so much. And those who truly follow sola scriptura, the Bible itself, the words of Jesus Christ, the Lord God. Oh, by the way, I should have pointed out, King James Bible, by the way, so just we make sure we're following the right one. I think it's pretty simple. Could it be any more simple? I think it's pretty simple, as I repeat myself over and over again. Galatians chapter 1, 6 through 10, that was Paul, pre-70 AD. I believe he is listed as dying around 65 AD. Someone could put in the comments if they like 65, 63, somewhere in that area. So I apologize if I don't have the exact dates in front of me. So they already talked about the twisting of scriptures long before they realized here, Martin Luther, John Huss, Tinsdale, before any of them realized the twisting. They even knew it in here, and here, and here. There are a lot of them unknown. But see, where are they? You don't know where they are. You don't know where they are. The Waldensians and stuff like that, because they were annihilated. It's just the way it is. What's the saying? What is the history is told by the victors. I'm probably paraphrasing there. But that's what happens. The truth never gets out. So it's not all these church denominations. By the way, itching ears. I think it might have been 1 Timothy. I don't remember what it is, and I apologize. But we talked about that too in another video about what gratifies the flesh. Protestants today, with some of the Pentecostals and the Baptists and Seventh Day and a lot of those, there's a lot of flesh gratification of they need these certain things. Same thing with all the Catholicism. What I find, one of the biggest things, well, okay, I don't know, I shouldn't even say one of the biggest things, but one of the things I look at here is accountability. There's never accountability, true accountability for any of your actions. Here there is, but then you follow a lot of traditions. What is the Catholic Church built on now? Magisterium, trying to think how it goes. Magisterium, traditions, and scripture. That's a little, look at that. How about that? A little triangle. How about that, apples? Trinity. How about that? Interesting. You don't believe in the Trinity? I'm not going there. Don't try to be going down that rabbit hole. You're not getting me on that one. We know the Godhead. We understand that. But we go through all these, and the schism was long before the schism. What does that mean? It means before there was these documented giant schisms, there were already people that weren't even here. There weren't people involved in the traditions, Protestants afterward, traditions of here and all the other doctrines. There was very few people. That's why those few people are going to be in this tiny little circle. Let's write down true Bible believers. I know, I got messy handwriting, I understand. That giant phrase, because this is huge in this little circle. And then you got this big circle. This is really good. This fits my lifestyle. Fits your lifestyle? It fits who I am. Fits what? Hold on. Your lifestyle, or what you should be fitting. You should be fitting yourself here. Here. It's amazing. I'm always I'm looking around some of these books. I read a lot of stuff, and I'm going to go off camera for a moment. Or am I still on camera? Kind of. Let's see. We could talk about, the Crusades. What do we got here? Propaganda. Let's see. Catechism, lectionary, I'm trying the church fathers I have over there. Let's see what else. What's this? 17 steps to heaven. Ooh, oh, let's see. I couldn't even pronounce that. Pieta prayer book. I don't know how that works. The mystery of the rosary was another one. We have all these things, all these doctrines. What I got over here? Oh, that was a good one. The Handbook of Catholic Practices. That was an interesting one. All of this stuff, all these doctrines, the Vatican II Council, the Council of Trent, Vatican I, all of this stuff, all this stuff, all of this stuff outside of here. Yet that's all you need, is this. Why is everybody so lost all the time? Why is everybody so confused? Who is the author of confusion? It's not God. It is not God. So when Paul here, it's a mighty big, a lot of weight carried in these scriptures, as all of them are, but 6:10 saying how these particular folks, and they were more of the heathens, a lot of heathens, even though there was heathen conversions and other but do the history. I know I keep on. I don't want to go. I keep stopping myself because I don't want to go too deep. I want to make this video short. There are guys out there who can really break this down a lot better than me. In fact, I'll give you one. There's a guy named Brian Denlinger. This is the first time I think I've spoken of him. Sorry, I was a little lint there, flying in the air. I don't usually like to promote a lot of people because I'm very wary that they're going to go off the rails and someone say, well, you said that guy was good. I think this guy is good. I thought I was going to be the only crazy person that would be on YouTube talking about this stuff. And when I came across this gentleman, he was right on a lot of things. Now, I will say, I don't agree with everything he says. And some things I agree. I slightly look differently, but I would, if I'm going to put a number on it, I would say 90% of the time. If you're going to hold me down to a number, I'm at 90% at the moment. He did a Viking thing. I wasn't really into that. I already knew a little bit about the history of the Vikings, or what I knew, and I knew they weren't what we see on TV. But anywho, he does a really good job on that. Now some are going to say, some who know who Brian Denlinger is going to say, or hate Brian Denlinger, because there are those people out there. They'll say, oh, so you follow him. This is where all your information comes from. Actually, depends on what information. History, you can look in different places and find the history of the church and in different treaties, whatever it may be. That's not in here. You'd have to look up history in different churches. But who God is, who Jesus is, how to live your life, how to just do the best that you can in following Christ. Right here. That's where my guide is. This is my blueprint. This dictates how I live. Not Brian Denlinger or other people. I know a lot of people like to follow people like John MacArthur. And I'm going to go off on a tangent, and I want to make this video as quick as possible. We're going to talk in the future, by the way, about a little bit of New Age stuff, but that's been talked about. But I'm going to give you my perspective of it. So the schism happened here, right here. That's when things changed, for good and bad. What do you mean by bad? Also, I don't understand the crucifixion of Jesus. But what I'm saying is afterwards, how soon afterwards people just went the wrong direction. And then there were others who came in and twisted the gospel. And then later on, when you had the Bible actually written down way here, we twisted them again. Thank you. I want to thank you for tuning into this video, because we have to understand that there is so much going on here. So much. Yes, I'm making a crazy little line. Hopefully this is a dry erase. Because there's so much confusion. So much confusion. Right now you're looking at this board and going, what a mess, Stephen. Your board looks messy. It's all crazy. It doesn't even make any sense. Welcome to here, and welcome to here. But if you want to eliminate that mess, and you want to get somewhere a lot clearer, here. Far fewer people are going to get there. Yes, there's going to be more people who come to God. Absolutely. But there are going to be many more that fall away because they were never there. Clarity. Clarity. The Bible's clarity. Confusion. Confusion. Clarity. So the next time someone says to you, I've read all of these things, read all these doctrines, I read all the stuff by all these authors, the Joel Steens, I was going to write his name down, Joel Steens, Joyce Myers, Ratzenberger, Buck was another name. I'll say the next one's Hinn, Copeland, and it's also well, those aren't even Catholics. Huh? You sure? You sure? Get out of here. They were the Catholic Church. Another study I want to talk about is that the Catholic Church, there's a division there. Well, people just follow the Catholic Church, you wouldn't have these problems in government. Really? I don't know if you'll be amazed, but you'll be amazed at how many people in leadership are Catholic or profess to be Catholic. And evangelicals, ooh, that's another one. Because if you were truly following God, truly following the Bible, government wouldn't look like what it looks like now. Nope. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time as always. God bless. I love you. Oh, I knocked my chair over as I was trying to say it. I love you. I apologize for that. I love you. And be safe. Not from COVID-19, but from the doctrines of the devil.